Then we had another one with the owner of Fradden MX, which is a track in the UK. His son on a 125 did a lesson with him. And with him, really fast rider too on a 125, but really bad posture. And you could just tell before he even went out. I knew it before he even went out on the track. He was sitting on his bike and was like this. And I go, oh, I know what we're going to have to work on. So as soon as he starts riding, he rode exactly the way that he just sat casually, which was shoulders hunched forward, abs turned off. And so the whole video and my whole lesson with him was talking about posture. Because when you're hunched over like this and you have that bad posture, the easiest way to describe it is you just become a passenger because you are swaying back and forth, forward and back. No control. You have no control. As soon as you sit the way that you and I are now in these podcast chairs, we're engaging our core a little bit and you're pulling shoulders back. Your lower body can start to work freely. Now you can actually flow with the bike, ride with, let the bike do its thing underneath you. And I tell people the starting point is not learning that on the dirt bike. The starting point is learning how to have good posture in your day-to-day life. Yep. Crazy important. Just structurally as a human being. I've talked a lot about it this year. Good subconsciously, because when you have bad posture, that's your body signaling to your brain that I'm a loser. There's probably one of the books behind me. Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules of Life. The first rule is sit up straight with your shoulders back. And it talks about the subconscious power of having good posture versus poor posture. And just the ancient mechanisms in your brain of your body. It's not just your brain signaling to your body signals back to your brain. So when you're walking around like this, your brain's going, oh, we're a loser. All right, cool. We're a loser. When you do this, that's your body signaling to your brain that I am strong, I am powerful, I'm a winner,
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And all of that starts off the bike. So he had that first note. Glad you put that there, Ethan, because the amount of people I have to remind that to at class is, I just think it's just not on people's radar, right? It's like the posture seems like a secondary, unimportant thing. And never talked about in our era, by the way.
Never. Elbows up and then
elbows up was the only technical term I ever heard.
And then twist the throttle. Never footwork. No. Never. I remember
maybe stand up. Maybe
stand up. Yeah, I heard stand up a lot. Elbows up, and when you corner, you get right up on that gas tank, and that's all. That's all I remember. But as far as the posture thing goes, I think for a lot of people, I know for myself, whenever I correct myself, it sucks at first. It is your back is sore because you're like this now, which you're more powerful in this stance, which I don't know the anatomy of it all, but I'm like, man, I'm in the right position. My back hurts worse. But until you get used to it and then you activate the right muscles and get them, clicking and breaking out old habits, it's going to suck at first. And then until you start to do it and you realize, man, I've got so much more control and I feel so much more connected to the bike and
it doesn't feel racy. Nothing about this feels like you're going fast.
Exactly.
This feels like you're going fast. And I catch myself. I mean, you guys can imagine when I got 2 full-time videographers. Every time I touch the dirt bike, there's a camera on me and I get a chance to watch it back. So I am very particular in what I look like. I still do this a lot. And especially from race footage from round 1 of Moto Academy Supercross, I'm doing a lot of that. And it was even worse when I started putting my foot out because then the corners got loose. And so I was making mistakes with my lower body. My foot was going out. Then it would tighten my hamstrings and hunch my back even worse. And I see some of that footage and I'm like, oh boy.
Did you notice it more as you were getting tired or more throughout the beginning of the racing?
Honestly, maybe the opposite of what you would think, more at the beginning.
Really?
When I was trying to be racy, I was making more mistakes and coming forward more because I was trying to be racy, right? Because I wanted to go fast. As I got tired and as I got arm pump, I actually did the opposite of what you would think. Instead of unraveling technique-wise, I know from experience that I had to just go to feet on because my arm pump was so bad I had to stop putting my foot out. And I had to go back to just the proper posture again, which is what I should have started with in the first place. But I fell down that little bit of a distraction of that gate drops. There's people around you. I'm trying to go fast.
Noise, the what's that inner excitement, nervous, and expectations. All that starts to.
And I wasn't overriding, but it was just enough. It was just enough to where I was making mistakes and holding on too tight and coming forward the way I shouldn't have been. Had I maybe I should have been just based on my fitness riding at 50%. maybe I was at like 65, right? It wasn't like I was out there throwing a Hail Mary at it. If you guys enjoyed that podcast clip, you can listen to full episodes on Apple Music and Spotify. And make sure, if you haven't already, join our community inside of the Moto Academy app. Go to themotoacademy.com today. I'll see you guys inside the community.